Brodes Media.
Any content that I consume that's Eagles related, something's happening in my body that I've never felt before. Seeing Jalen Hurts at the court side of the Sixers game. Look, the Sixers just had Joel Embiid record a triple-double. Beat down on LeBron in South Philly, and Tyrese Maxey hit some shots from deep too. And it's really not moving the needle for me because I watched Jalen Hurts smile for about 3 seconds during a picture, and that was enough. I'm seeing the Philadelphia Eagles official Twitter account post pictures, and here's Devontae Smith up in the air, catching the ball. Kelly Green, defenders around him. You can see the fans in the background. Absurd. Butterflies in my stomach. Heart palpitations, whatever it is. My body shakes thinking of the 10-1 Eagles who just faced a Buffalo team that was desperate as hell. Their season on the line. Now there's questions on if the window has closed. Why can't they win games that they should win? What is Josh Allen doing? Turning the football over, throwing an interception to James Bradbury. And yeah, what do you know? Shocker. The 49ers are running their damn mouth, and they're not taking anything back from what they said in the past, specifically targeting one of her corners, saying that man's trash. James Bradbury's trash. I know this team will utilize that as motivation. Nick Sirianni's going to use Frank Reich's firing as motivation too. He might be more pumped and more stoked for a victory than he was after walking into the tunnel against Kansas City on the road. Like, if he wins a football game the next week after firing of Frank Reich, who the hell knows? You know how he gets when talking about Frank Reich. Oh, baby. This team's response in overtime, from Brandon Graham's confidence at the coin toss all the way to Jalen Hurts shaking his head after the 59-yard field goal to tie it, shaking his head in disgust more than appreciating they got another swing at this. The guy is different, and it raises such a question about his personality, and we'll never truly know. We can only speculate when we ask, is he enjoying this? Does he need to appreciate and recognize the run that he's on, the player he's become, the growth from day one, stepping into an Eagles uniform? The Eagles value the backup quarterback way more than other organizations. That's why you see Tim Boyle. That's why you see Danny DeVito. That's why you see any of these guys that look so overwhelmed the team won't even ask them to throw the rock. Well, that's happened multiple times this NFL season. He's such a disaster. We can't even throw. We'll just have to run and punt this game, essentially. And the Eagles will have Nick Foles. Go look through the Donovan McNabb era. There's always somebody who they have that can do significantly better. Gardner Minshew. That's still a step up from what a lot of the league has to offer. This kid was supposed to be drafted as a Carson Wentz backup after a major contract was given out. Now look at you. Are you even enjoying what you're going through? Or are you a madman inside that is so wired and so focused that there's no time to embrace that? And I don't know. All we can do is speculate, like I said. But it seems to me, and I'll relate this to a Tom Brady mode and a Tom Brady mindset. When you're this level of a competitor, something that's rare, it's Kobe, it's one in a lifetime, it's one generationally speaking. They have one motor. They have one gear. They can't shift in and out. Someone like Slay, for example. He's down for a good time, goofy, off to the side character, has a ton of personality. When he's in between the hashes, though, the dude's a dog, and he can flip that switch to become an alpha and be a dominant number one corner and shut down a big matchup. If it's the best team's wide receiver, if it's the league's best wide receiver, he has the balls to step up and put on a good show. Might get beat once in a while, who doesn't, but for majority of the games, he's out there cooking. He can do that. Jalen Hurts, Tom Brady, it just doesn't work for them that way. So this is his version of enjoying it. I think he does enjoy that grind, that mental approach. There's satisfaction in it for him. I think that's how I'm sort of viewing it from a distance. But who knows? And here I am talking in circles because when he was asked about it post-game, I keep trying to picture myself in how I should lead when I'm on the sidelines during these moments. So his brain is already trying to process, what should I do? How should I act? Who's watching me? My teammates can see me. The way he carries himself, it's on the mind 24/7. Is there any enjoyment in that? And should we care if there's enjoyment in that? Maybe it's irrelevant. If you're a fan that only cares about W's and L's, and I'm vocal about that in regards to how does Nick Sirianni carry himself. I don't care. Win football games. Have a record that teams would cry for. Look at Jalen Hurts season after season. Super Bowl double-digit lead. Now 10-1, ready for revenge. It reminds me similar to the Boston Bruins when they lost to the Flyers in 2010. They were up 3-0 in the series. They were up 3-0 in Game 7 after the Flyers pushed back on your home ice in the TD Garden, and you lose. Simone Gagne, Danny Briere, Hartnell, JVR, you name it. I'll never forget that crew. They won the Stanley Cup the next season. And we'll see how this Bruins team reacts to what they did last year, being historic for one of the best regular season teams ever in the history of the sport, and then not even make it to a deep postseason run. What we're experiencing is now the team's on a revenge season. It's funny because all the talk after last year was what? They didn't play anybody. None of the quarterbacks were good. Now you have a first-place schedule. Now you're seeing the, quote, gauntlet. And now all of a sudden we're tearing through these teams as well, but we get lucky because of refs? Or this is ridiculous. They're bound to lose. They're a fake 10-1 team? No. You're always moving the goalposts. It was you didn't play anyone. Now we're going through a gauntlet that nobody in the league would sign up for. I swear to God, you can lay out this 5-week stretch, this 6-game stretch of games, and see if a team will go, yeah, hey, I got the balls to bring that on. Now, maybe you would if you want to be Mr. Tommy Toughnuts. It would be, oh, yeah, look at us. We're the savages over here. If you want to be that jerk off, then fine. But if you are on the lie detector test and it's full-on truth, you can't lie like Jim Carrey and Liar, Liar. The pen is blue. The pen is blue. The goddamn pen is blue. And if you don't get that reference, I guess I'm getting old, and I don't want to get old, but I am getting old.